You go bow for the result, though. Nothing to discuss, oh. Cause I did by default and without any doubt, though. I'm a me happy adult, though. I no go feed the girl.
Welcome, Ren. Disclaimer: the kids are out of school. It's spring break, so if you do hear some noise in the background, 9 times out of 10 it's them. Also, I didn't feel like cleaning up, so my bed looks crappy, but it's alright. We're gonna ignore that, okay? But let's go ahead. Let's get into these stories. Story number 1. Am I wrong if I, 29 female, tell my husband, 31 male, I'm not willing to spend $10,000 on a down payment for a new truck because driving my car makes him feel less of a man? Backstory. My husband and I got married last July, but we've been together for a total of 7 years. We've always kept our finances separate, but I've been wanting to merge accounts for a while to remove that feeling of his and my money and approach our finances as a team rather than 2 individuals. If it matters, he makes about 15 to 20K more a year than I do, but I have the most money in my savings account. Long story short, his car has a lot of problems and he's been wanting a truck for a while. Logically, we really do need a truck to allow us to do more home renovations and be less reliant on family, but I'm not sure now is the right time. I've asked him if we can set a goal to purchase a truck this summer so we can focus on saving up for a good down payment to lower our monthly payments and so we can remain secure with a nest egg in our bank account. I currently have $13,000 in my account. This includes both my savings and my checkings account. He has anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000 in his account typically. While I've kept my spending more frugal, he has, to be fair, spent more money on our home and daily needs as I work remote, whereas he works in person, so it's easier for him to grab last minute items throughout the week. I want to make sure I'm not making him look like he's being selfish. That's not the case. But I do think he is being immature. He asked me if we can go look at a $39,000 truck this weekend and is asking me to put $10,000 down. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not hoarding my money from him, but I grew up homeless without basic needs, and I do not ever want to put myself in a position where I am struggling again. We are 100% not poor, but I would feel very insecure dropping my account down by that much when I've been saving this money for years. To add to the conflict, when I remind him we don't need the truck this minute and that we can use my car until, say, August, September, he says driving my car makes him feel like he's not a man. I tried to tell him that there's nothing manlier than a man who puts his family's financial interests before his wants. But he just clams up. He essentially told me that I obviously don't think of my bank account as ours and what I say is apparently the final say. I've tried to have a mature conversation to weigh the pros and cons, but he is legitimately pouting. I'm talking no eye contact, monosyllable responses, and not engaging in a discussion. I don't want to have him feeling like his wants aren't valid, but how do I get him to see from my perspective? Or if necessary, how do I see from his when he won't give me anything more than, it's the only truck that meets our requirements within 500 square miles. You have more money than I do, and your car is a chick's car. And this is my thing. My husband wants me to drop my bank account down to $3,000 so he can have a manly vehicle. I completely understand like what you're saying, especially when you went through like being homeless and stuff like that, and I have. So to be honest, that's a fear of mine too. I definitely understand not wanting to drain your account, you know what I mean, and be put like in a financial bind. So I agree with you. I think that you should wait until, August, September or whatever, when y'all saved even more money. Dropping down to $3,000 in this economy. But I said all that to say that I definitely wouldn't be getting that truck just because he feels like it's a chick's car. I mean, I think that is pretty immature. Story number 2. Am I wrong for offering my clothes to a coworker after losing weight? I have a coworker that I'm very close to and we eat lunch together, etc. I'm a clothes horse. I ain't never heard of that. What is that? And I have so many things that I've never worn and still have the tags on. Oh, okay. So basically you shop a whole lot. You don't even get a chance to wear the clothes because you're constantly shopping. Okay, I get it. You got a shopping addiction. I'm joking. It's jokes. My coworker is always commenting to me that she loves my clothes, and if I ever decide to give anything away, please come to her first. We were the same size. I recently lost a lot of weight and I've gone down 5 sizes. Okay, congrats, girl. I've been working really hard at it, but I haven't been talking about it that much because it seems to be a bit of tension between the two of us. She's never said anything outright, just some passive aggressive comments about how I'm getting too thin.
waiting for me.
I just ignore it because a lot of people say that, and I think it's just the result of the shock of me losing weight. I still have about 30 pounds to lose before I even hit the 150 mark, and I'm very short. I'm definitely not too thin, and I still suffer from body dysmorphia, so I don't even think I'm thin at all. I recently went through my clothes, and I have a shocking amount of things that have either never been worn or have been worn once. I really need to work on this addiction. I put them together in boxes, and on my next trip into the office, I asked her if she would like me to bring those in so she could go through them. Her face took on this very shocked expression, and then she said, "Why would you ask me that? Why would you insult me by asking me if I want your hand-me-downs and cast-offs? That's so humiliating." I was stunned, and I think I might have actually said I was sorry and walked away. Wait a minute. Didn't at the beginning of this story, you said if she had any more clothes that she was not wearing or she was giving away, that you wanted them and to come to you? I'm pretty sure that's what you said. To make things even worse, there's another friend in the office who was also my size, and as we went out to the car later that day, she asked me what the boxes were in my car. I told her they were my larger size clothes and that I had brought them for our other coworker, but she didn't want them. I didn't go into any details, which is good. You know, that's a way to stay away from drama, okay? She went nuts and asked if she could go through the box. She asked her daughter, who worked very close by, and we spent the next 45 minutes going through the boxes and getting the stuff that she wanted. They literally took almost everything while they were doing it. The other coworker came outside to leave for the day and saw what was happening. She got into her car and left. Later that night, she texted me and lit into me about me giving the clothes to the other coworker. I am so confused. Did I insult her? And if I did, why would she care if I gave the clothes to someone else? And after 7 years of a good work friendship, she won't even speak to me anymore. Was I wrong? Let me tell you something. I know that was 7 years of a friendship, but you dodged a bullet. She literally asked you at the beginning for clothes if you are giving them away. Then when you proceed to give them away to the other coworker, now she's mad that you gave the clothes away, but she said it was humiliating to even come to her in the first place. Let me tell you something. You do not need that stress in your life, okay? You don't need it. Make another friend. I don't know. That's always my thought process. Like, make another friend, man. Life is too short. I'm not finna be stressed for nobody, okay? Like, you did nothing wrong. You weren't mean. It'd be different if you did something like,
Now that I'm 5 sizes down, you know what I mean? You could sure use these clothes because, you know, you ain't lost no weight. So, yeah, if you want these clothes, then you can have it. Like,
you didn't do no crazy stuff like that. And she liked your clothes already. Like, and then you were trying to give them to her. Let's move on. Story number 3. Am I wrong for snapping at my mother when she asked when I would finally kick out my daughter? I, 66 female, am retired but kept very busy by caring for my mother, 85 female, and my disabled husband, 64 male. My mother does not live with us. She lives in an assisted living facility where I visit her every few days to check up on her and see if she needs anything. During my latest visit, she brought up how I should finally kick out my daughter, 29 female. Let's call her C. Now for some context. Yes, my daughter does indeed still live with me and my husband for many factors, including her rather fragile mental health. But what my mother does not understand is that despite us being parent and child, we are not living in a parent and child kind of situation. We are roommates that just happen to also be family because neither her nor my husband and I could afford places of our own in this economy. Oh no, girl, I feel you. Grandma need to mind her business, okay? We are dependent on C just as much as she is dependent on us. C holds down a full-time job, which doesn't pay great, but not awfully either. She pays her fair share in rent, utilities, and groceries, does her fair share of chores, and sometimes even takes over some of my chores when she feels that I need a break. I cook on weekdays when C has to work, but C has weekends off, so she takes over cooking duties then. She has a savings account for emergencies. She pays for the family Netflix account, and hey, nothing beats that Netflix account, okay? And even spends some of the fun money she has left over every month, which isn't much, on little treats for my husband and me, no matter how often I ask her not to waste what little money she has to enjoy life on us. So with all that as background, my mother's comments make me pretty angry because C does so much not to be a burden to my husband and me. despite me telling her that I love her and could never see her as a burden. I also fear my mother may have planted that thought in her head when I wasn't around. Meanwhile, all my mother seems to do is demand, demand, demand. She has nurses at her disposal in that assisted living facility and people who do grocery runs for her. But she never uses these services and demands that I do everything for her instead. She demands all of my time, energy, and attention. I suspect she may want to push me to kick C out so she can move in with my husband and I and force me to be her full-time caretaker. I was already having a day, so I just snapped and told her that C's living situation is none of her business. She started crying. Oh, dang. See, and now I feel bad. She started crying and asked why I would yell at her for just being concerned. So Reddit, am I wrong for snapping at my mother? What I'm gonna say, y'all already know me. At this point, if y'all been watching me since I started these stories, y'all already know what my advice is gonna be. Listen, I'm gonna say this in a nice way. Grandma will have to mind her business. Unless she gonna move in here and help me with these bills, Grandma gonna have to mind her business, okay? My daughter is helping me financially. You know what I'm saying? She even get me treats on the side. You know, she cooking, she cleaning, you know, because y'all said household chores. Man, she helping me out. And paying for Netflix. It don't get no better than that. Some kids ain't even doing that. Some kids living for free. Like my kids. I'm just playing. But they little, y'all. But I'm just saying. Grandma would have to go. Well, Grandma ain't got to go. I mean, she in the facility. Now, that's not, listen, okay. I'm going to just shut up. I'm going to say this. Grandma ain't got to go, but Grandma got to mind her business. She got to mind her business for real. I'd be like, Grandma, I love you, but we good over here. And you be good over there. You know what I mean? I'm going to end it right here before I say something. But all right, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed these stories. I hope y'all been having wonderful weeks, months, years, all that. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Share this video with your friends and your family, and I will see y'all in the next video. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. Dang, my kids actually were quiet. Okay, cool.
Talking crazy, it's not what it must like.